A good Sunday evening to you and welcome to ABC4 News at 10. I'm Brien McElhatten. We're glad you're with us. The big headline tonight, President Joe Biden drops out of the race for the White House. The news came late this morning. He says he will complete his term, and reaction is coming in tonight. Our Jordan Tracy, part of our political team here at ABC4, is watching that for us right now. Jordan. On Inside Utah Politics this Sunday, we speak with Jason Perry, the director of the Hinckley Institute of Politics at the University of Utah, who says the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump affects not only the Republican Party, but the Democrats, too. Another story we're following for you right now, a fast-moving wildfire in the Canadian Rockies is feared to have burned as much as half of the resort town of Jasper. The pictures are incredible here. 5,000 locals, 20,000 tourists were forced to evacuate on Monday. Flames grew as tall as 300 feet. The town is world famous for its hiking, its skiing, kayaking, and biking, and of course access to the neighboring Jasper National Park. The UN designated it a World Heritage Site in 1984. The Canadian government has approved federal aid, including military assistance now. And we want to turn our attention to the weather here at home. Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy watching the skies for us tonight, Alana. Yeah. We are bringing you team coverage of celebrations from Paris right now all the way to Salt Lake City. Our Jillian Smuckler and Annika Johns are both live from Washington Square Park downtown, where the city's gathered Utahns there to watch the IOC make that final vote to make Utah the official host of the 2034 Winter Games. Okay, ABC4's Jack Doles, J.Lo Washington, they've got the great perch there at the party. We'll check in with them a little bit later. But let's head over now to Washington Square Park, where dozens of Utahns are gathered right now to celebrate the IOC's coming decision. Have a look at this. Wes is going to turn the camera around. Look at that. Do you see that plane flying over the reservoir here at Paiute State Park? That is one of two water bombers they're using right now. It just scooped up a big load of water, and it's going to go drop it on the fire to try to tamp down these flames. Wow, folks, you're taking a look at something few people ever get to see, and you're seeing it right here. Right behind this water bomber is another one that just scooped up another load of water. It's heading back over to the fire, too. And as we have seen the fire activity increase with the winds this evening, we have seen the frequency of these water scoops increase. So they're working very, very hard right now to try to keep these flames from spreading. But, Sarah, I've got to tell you, we're at 0% containment, 11,290 acres. And with the winds blowing the way they are right now, my goodness, we are going to see some growth tonight. We'll have an official count on the new acreage in the morning. That we can tell you, Sarah. And I do want to send it over to Alana right now, because another concern, Alana, the firefighters had here, in addition to the temperatures, in addition to the wind, was the very low humidity. They were expecting humidity today to be around 10 to 15%, virtually no moisture in the air, Alana.
This is the English Channel here. This is where the invasion began, on the beaches here. And at this particular point, Point du Hoc, 2 battalions of Army Rangers scaled the cliffs here to take out German gun batteries that were deeply entrenched in the land here.
We're watching the U.S. push out of Niger. The Russians are now filling that vacuum there. We're seeing the Chinese increase their presence in Africa and across the Pacific as well. What do you make of America's position in the world, and do you worry that we're losing influence? So let's take a look at the results here. You beat Jeff Stenquist, who was in office since 2019. You got 71% of the vote. How do you think you got here? How do you balance the need to move to cleaner energy versus where we're at with baseline power needs and an industry that may not be able to turn on a dime? What was going through your mind as that process played out in the Capitol? You are supporting some legislation. You're trying to get that supported and passed. Where do we stand right now with that? What makes a good poll versus a bad one?
Not all movies and TV shows will be available on this new plan.
You had some questions about this.
I do. I have some opinions. I had to get kicked off my parents, and I have my own now.
So 3 different plans are going to be offered here, okay? Standard with ads for $6.99 a month, standard for $15.49 a month, and premium for $22.99 a month.
Ooh, I might have to learn to like ads. That might be good for that.
You know,
$6.99.
Ads are okay. They pay the bills here.